Look at all that gray. It's wisdom. That's what I bring to the table when I talk to you guys. What's up, people? It's your man, Urban Lover, coming from your Mobile. You want to talk about the game real quick? This camera, I hope it doesn't cut off on me. I got to get a new. I got to go get a new provider. I'm not going to put the name out there, but they freaking suck. Anyway, the Lakers played the Portland Trailblazers, and the Portland Trailblazers, they hosted Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers, first and foremost, before I even talk about this, I'm not going to critique it as hard. I'm really going to talk about the pros, a little bit about the cons. But remember, this is only game one. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, only because at the end of the day, you know, they're still trying to figure each other out. It's a whole new team, whole new different faces. People would learn in Luke Walton's system, also the Lebron James system, because that was a lot of being ran in that game one. I know a lot of people might disagree, but a lot of that was being ran. A lot of one-on-one pick and rolls, a lot of ISO plays. Now, here's the thing. The Lakers, they start off pretty good. They start off good, man. They was attacking the basket. Portland, let me share something with y'all. I said it before on Twitter that one thing about a true point guard, he's going to notice the mismatch and take advantage of it. This is why I like Rondo. Rondo was freaking killing. I know a lot of people want Lonzo Ball to start. I'm going to get to Lonzo Ball in a second. And the reason why I said it before, why he shouldn't start. And I'm going to break it down to you guys once again, because a lot of fans just don't get it. Now, here's the thing. They were killing. They were attacking the basket. They were doing everything they're supposed to do. Even though they was like, what, 7 for 30 something behind the three, you know, from behind the three-point line. I didn't want them to take a lot of threes. I know a lot of players were like, you know, a lot of fans would probably say, well, you know, we got behind, we had to shoot threes. No, we really didn't have to shoot threes. I told you once again that if the Lakers attack the basket because LeBron James is on that team, the refs are going to give a lot of fouls towards them. I know a lot of fans might say, well, you know, there were some fouls that they didn't call. That was the same thing we could say about Portland as well, because there were some fouls that Portland didn't get as well. So I try not to make sure that I'm just not looking at just the Lakers perspective and being very biased. So with that being said, the Lakers did pretty good the first half. You know, they were staying close in the game. And keep in mind, Portland couldn't shoot. They were actually playing pretty good defense on them. They couldn't really shoot. The only thing that happened is that when JaVale McGee went out, they were taking advantage of it. You know, they were breaking down the defense, attacking the basket, basically giving the ball down low to the center. The center was kicking it out to, you know, the guards, and then to the other dude, the 6'6" guy, Narkis. Oh, sorry, I can't think of his dang name. Anyway, kicking it out to him. I got to get these names. I see I'm in the car. Usually when I'm in my house, I have my notes, and I have all the names right there, but I'm in the car. I'm just making this quick video. But they were kicking it out to them, and they did the exact same thing that the Portland Trailblazers and every other team that played the Lakers, they did the same thing that they did last year. In and out, you know, attack, you know, because the Lakers are going to crash down low because they really don't have no good defender besides JaVale McGee, according to what they think, because they already having doubts when it comes to, like, who's our backup. So JaVale McGee, once he went out, you know, and I told you guys in preseason, I told y'all I always liked JaVale McGee. I know he was always the, you know, the joke of Shaq and the Fool, but dude played like a vintage old style 70s player. You know, with the headband, the blowout afro and all that, putting the ball on the ground, attacking the basket. I love what I like from JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee and Rondo was probably the better two pickups out of the four. Lance Stevenson, I always like Lance Stevenson, but the only problem is that we do have a lot of guards. So we shouldn't be seeing too much him on the floor, because in reality, Lonzo Ball should be getting that playing time. That's me. But now, the thing is, like I say, we're attacking the thing. The biggest thing is that once Damian Lillard, I guess they coach must have talked to him and said, look, the mix matches, because remember, Luke Walton, biggest problem, always over again, he loves that small ball. And like I said, if LeBron James is not going to play that center spot, that small ball not going to work unless you know, it's not going to work. Because you don't really have nobody that's physical down there. And if you look at our players, the only physical player we have, to be honest with you, is Lance Stevenson, JaVale McGee. I ain't going to say KCP. KCP, he kind of fell off to me. You know, there's only one game. I'm not going to be hard on the young brother. But anyway, that's like the two physical people that we had. Once JaVale McGee go out, we don't really have no physical person. And he throws Kuzma in there, and at first they didn't take advantage of it. They were trying to, Damian Lillard and McCollum was too busy trying to get their shots off, get their game going. But they never acknowledged that they had a mix match. The coach must have set them down like in the second half, like, listen, they're throwing the small ball in there. They got Kuzma in there. take advantage of it. What they do, they started going down low, taking advantage of it. When they collapsed down to help Kuzma out, you got the guys sitting out wide open for perimeter three-pointers. The same exact defense that we had from last year is the same exact defense we got this year. Lou won't have to get away from that small ball. If LeBron James is not going to play the center spot and play power forward, you should not be putting a small Kuzma on them big guys. I said in preseason, I don't like it, and I'm saying it right now. And everybody talking about we don't have shooters in that. No, it's the spacing, because everything is all jammed up in the middle, the spacing, and the guys just weren't knocking down their shots. Game one, you got to keep in mind, these guys are playing with a star, LeBron James. They're nervous. You can see it. They were nervous because this is their first game playing with a star. Usually when it's just them, if you remember last year when it was them, every game last year when we started out game one, we looked loose. They wasn't really loose. They were nervous because they're playing with LeBron James. Brandon Ingram looked good in certain aspects of the game, but one big thing that I got to pull up in Brandon Ingram is this. Young brother, when you open for that three-point shot in that corner, you got to hit it. Now, like I said, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because I know he was nervous because he was playing with LeBron James. Kuzma looked a little bit nervous. I know a lot of fans say that, and I'm going to get to Lonzo Ball. A lot of fans say that, no, Lonzo Ball should be starting, you know, and he should be getting a lot more minutes, this and that. Let's make sure we understand this. Lonzo Ball only played a certain amount of games last year because of injuries to his legs and everything. He went out, got surgery. Remember, he's just coming back from surgery. He's not 100%. I don't care what they say. And the reason why I say that, you got to start looking at body language. He did not have no uff on his lift when he got up off the ground. Usually on the rebounds and all that, Lonzo Ball would get up. He couldn't get up. All right, he barely can get up. He's probably like 78%. When he took them threes, he looked like he had no leg under him. He looked like he wasn't into the game. Not mentally checked out, but he just that he wasn't physically prepared. Because why? If you think about it, if you're injured and you're sitting home nursing that injury, you know, after going through surgery, you're not really doing too much. You're not really putting too much pressure on the leg because you are sitting there nursing the injury. So in retrospect to that, you know, he probably didn't get a chance to really practice. So you're going to see Lonzo Ball really start to amp up probably like after probably 10 or 15 games, which makes sense. You know, that's why if you didn't see him, that's why people are like, why he ain't getting there or why he's not starting. It's more because Walton probably taking time with him. Also on top of that, I prefer Lonzo Ball to play with the bench. Why? Because like I said, if you look at LeBron James and them, they're old guys. You know, even though LeBron run up and down the floor, but at the end of the day, he cannot run at that high impact each and every possession. It's just not going to work. He's 30-something years old. These guys are young. They're young adults. This is a grown man. So in retrospect to that, he had to put veterans with him in order to slow the tempo of the game down. Veterans that understand the philosophy of the game and actually make a challenge towards the other teams. Now, when it comes to coaching, like who you're going to have in the last 5 minutes, that's going to be a problem that Luke won't have to figure out because you ain't going to be able to go with that starting five that you started out with. Because I feel like Brandon Ingram right now will fit better with that young squad on the bench. I know a lot of people might disagree with me, but I think he fit better with that young squad only because they run. And then also remember Brandon Ingram, the way he played, he needs the ball in his hand. If you make Brandon to a spot-up shooter almost similar to Kevin Love, it's not going to work. That's not his type of game. And I noticed they've been giving Brandon Ingram, this is only game one, so I'm just paying attention to a little bit detail. I know in game one, they gave Brandon a lot of balls on the high post. And he was basically taking, if you look at Brandon, they would actually run him almost similar to how Kevin Durant has been running in Golden State. You know, catching the ball on the high post at the top of the key, making them elbow shots. And then, you know, and also on top of that, in the corner shots. You know, but I prefer Brandon had the ball in his hand and attacking the basket. If your shot's not falling, I like him when he attacked the basket. He did that last year. When his shots weren't falling, he was attacking the basket, but they made him into I ain't gonna say they made him into it, but he got to attack the basket. He don't have to take that three because, you know, somebody gave it to him. I know somebody say, well, he open. But keep this in mind. If we were actually in the game, remember, Portland started, even when that dude was hitting all them threes, we still were in the game attacking the basket because we're going through the free throw line and all that. You know, so we don't have to combat them with three. I know a lot of people say that, you know, because this is a 3-point, you know, league and all that. We got to shoot threes because they shoot threes. No, you do not. You can get a lot of and ones. You got LeBron James on your team. You can attack the basket and draw a lot of fouls. But that's what they started getting away from. They started shooting all them threes trying to compete with Portland. And that's when they play right in the Portland game. That's Portland's style of play. Shoot all them daggone threes because they big men don't get utilized. You know, they got a real good big man who wasn't being used. He wasn't getting a lot of possessions because they were shooting a lot of threes. You know what I mean? So in retrospect, that you could have just attacked the basket and beat them at the paint. Make them play defense. You taking the perimeter threes, basically what you're doing is you're making the game easier for them because if you're taking threes, long balls come off the missed shots, they get the ball and they outrun it, then your team ain't getting back in time to play defense. But that's some things that Luke Walton and LeBron James had to work out, because you got to keep in mind, Luke Walton is the coach and LeBron James is the coach as well. Okay, you got the head coach and you got the assistant coach. You got the coach on the floor and the coach on the bench. The one thing I respect about LeBron, he is a good mentor to the players. I don't care what nobody say. Very good mentor. Even when Kyle Kuzma fell on the ground, he said, look, when you're on the ground, don't get up. Let the brothers come pick you up. Building commodity among the brothers, among the team, which is beautiful. Something that we missed in a long time. I'm serious. I mean, last time we had that probably Magic Johnson. I know a lot of y'all Kobe fans might disagree with me, but it is, I'm just being truthful. You know, but LeBron James is bringing it. And one thing I like, you know, and I heard Stephen A. Smith talking about he wants to see LeBron James take over like in the last 7 minutes of the game. No, LeBron James' job is to try to get them young guys in the understanding the philosophy of basketball and a mental situation. You know, letting them absorb the game and being able to take the chance of competing and also having the ball in hand at that precise time. So LeBron James is helping them mentally prepare themselves for the future. You know, and also on top, he said something about Lonzo Ball should take more shot. Come on, man. Remember, Lonzo Ball just came off an injury. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Lonzo Ball ain't played that many minutes. Eventually, when he get healthy, I can see him and Rondo in the backcourt. I can see a little bit of Lance. Like I told you, I don't think Beasley gonna get a lot of playing time. But if you're gonna run that small ball, you gotta put LeBron at that center spot. If not, we gotta go get a grimy guy. This is why I say this is why we were gonna miss Julius Randle, because Julius Randle would have been good coming off that bench as that primary backup to JaVale McGee, and we could have kept running. I'm telling you, I know a lot of fans might agree with me, but we're gonna miss Julius Randle. But hopefully when Wagner get healthy, but I don't know. It's speculation with him because I haven't really seen him, and I'm not going to just throw him out there or Super V only because they never played at a pro level yet. So I got to see some games of them before I can start, you know, wearing my opinion on those two. But I think that the Lakers need to get away from the small ball right now. They need to run Zubac, you know, as a backup to JaVale McGee. You're getting killed on the inside, man. You're getting killed when JaVale go out, they're getting killed. And then remember, JaVale is not used to playing these many minutes. So you log a lot of minutes. And you can tell over the course of the game, he started getting tired because he wasn't getting back on defense when they were doing pick and rolls, backdoor cuts. And usually when he first started, he played pretty good. There was spikes where he played good and spikes where he was just tired. And I understand, man. You know what I mean? The guy ain't play, he got to get in condition. And that's what I want to know is, I know LeBron condition like crazy, so that I ain't worried about him. But I want to know, did Magic Johnson use the same thing he said to them back then when he first came about getting the guys' body fat down, getting them in condition, all that? I wondered, did they do it this year? I don't know, because we didn't really hear too much about it. But listen, it's game one. I'm not going to beat them down, man. It was still wonderful. I still enjoyed it. I know we got blown out, but I enjoyed it. And the reason why I enjoyed it, man, because, you know, it brings a different type of, just bring fresh air to the team. Hopefully they get it together. Now I'm going to keep this in mind. I'm going to say this to y'all. If we lose a lot of games, watch out with my videos about Luke Walton. I stated before, I know a lot of people might disagree with me, but I stated before, man, you know, after a while, they're going to start calling for Luke Walton here because LeBron James is not going to take the blame. It's going to be the coach first, then the players. That's how it's going to roll. Just letting y'all guys know. Remember, I told y'all, every year, the fan base and the analysts or the media will always try to find somebody upon that Lakers team to actually to blackball or become the black seed, you know. So just keep that in mind. I don't know who it's gonna be this year, but just keep that in mind. With that being said, it's your man Herbal Lover. Like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section, tell what you think. I hope y'all enjoyed the game, man. So don't get all uptight, man. It's only game one. Nick Young, I would love to got Nick Young. You know, I would like to pick Nick Young up over Lance Stevenson. I like Lance Stevenson, but we need shooters, and I like Nick Young. I like him. I know, you know, I tell you, I like Swaggy P, man. You know, he's out there. He's a free agent. He already say, I'm here. So, hey, you never know. You know, if we lose a couple games, man, you might see some faces change. But, you know, it's still an early part of the game. It's only one game. And LeBron James is known, every time he switch teams, he's known to lose his first game. But LeBron James is not going to let them guys lose all them games. If he got to put the freaking ship on his shoulder and do what he got to do. That's one thing I do respect about LeBron James. He's going to do what he got to do. And you're going to start seeing Brandon Ingram and Kuzma get once they get comfortable, once Brandon and Kuzma get comfortable with LeBron James, I'm telling you, it's going to be some freaking woo. But anyway, this last thing. I told you Josh Hart was better than KCP. I don't care what nobody say. We should never sign KCP. And I'm going to keep saying I don't give a hell when people say, damn, Irvin, you constantly keep saying it. I've been saying it. We should never sign KCP. We had Josh Hart. Should have got Julius. We'd have been good. I'm telling you, man. Just a lot of bonehead mistakes that we made. And LeBron James probably thinking about it too. Because the only reason why I signed KCP is because LeBron James has, you know, he added the infamous, well, he added into that he wanted KCP. Just like JaVale McGee and all of it. Magic Johnson are not going to bring in anybody unless they consult with LeBron James and make sure LeBron James is happy. That's why they signed KCP. Other than that, I know he probably said, damn, Josh dropped 20. KCP he didn't really give us nothing. Josh Hart was balling. I'm telling you, if Josh Hart keep playing good, you're going to see KCP on the bench. He might trade him. Anyway, y'all take care. Have a blessed one. I'm out.